Hello everyone, my name is Lance090 and welcome back to Let's Play Aldrin Space Program Manager. We're about to launch the Luna 2 impactor. We will watch this one. Okay, let's launch. These cutscenes are pretty nice. In the old one, Race into Space, though, they were actual video footage from the actual missions, which was pretty interesting. It's pretty stock. Like, it would still use like the same one for every mission, but it was still the real thing, which is pretty cool. So this impactor was actually like a huge troll moment for the Soviets, because it scattered a bunch of medallions with the hammer and sickle on it all over the moon, because they wanted to leave their mark up there. And like the Russian president or whatever they have, he sent one of these medallions to Eisenhower. I think Eisenhower was in charge of it. Maybe it was JFK. No, JFK was probably already assassinated. Not sure. They sent it to our president at the time, and it was supposed to be like a compliment, but you know that they were being a dick. Like, we were first to the moon. Alright, so they got a bunch of achievements for getting that thing to the moon. Impacting the moon with it. So we're quite far ahead of them now. Need a lunar orbiter, sun probe, Mercury probe, Venus orbiter, and stuff. So waiting for my research guys to get back, so I can't really start a new probe. I don't think there's another mission for Luna 2. No. So I can scrap it. So I just want to send more for prestige, but I don't need the prestige. This game mode, at least, you know. And the global space administration campaign thing, you do need a lot of prestige, so you just kind of repeat missions over and over until they're not worth anything. But I think we're just going to get rid of it, so I don't have to look at it. Don't have to think about it. The more I think about these things, the harder, more confused I get. 5 people. They're my best guys, though. I don't want to take them off for my next launch. I'll have enough people to do the next launch, but the next one's probably going to be the next step of Voxhod here. Orbital flight duration 2. I could also start doing Voxhod if I wanted. Which I might want to do, because they did start Gemini. Gonna save way down here, just in case they pop Gemini before I can send 2 people into space. I mean, I could just do that next, but kind of want to finish all of Vostok before I do Voxhod. See, these guys are about to be back, so I'm going to send these other guys out. I might have the heavy launch vehicles now, which would be kind of interesting. In one booster and the 700. This one was just a super concept. The N1 was starting to be tested, but they never succeeded. This would allow us to do direct ascent landing on the moon, which is a lot easier to do. It's kind of like what you always do on Kerbal Space Program. I'm not going to open anything because our guys are all gone right now. Flight controllers, again, I'm not going to train them right now because I don't feel that'd be necessary. Might be time to consider more astronauts. I'm going to start doing Soyuz at some point. I'm going to need more people. So, there are a few more. And Race into Space, everyone would be just the astronauts because the other categories didn't exist. But they would retire after I don't know how many turns, but they'd retire pretty quickly. So you would always have to rehire new ones. But like this, you don't really need that many because you can just keep repeating and repeating them. Repeat the same people over and over. It's kind of silly. And what NASA did was for all the Mercury missions, well, for the Mercury missions, you could only send one guy at a time, and I think they just sent a new person every time. But then with Gemini, they would send one Mercury astronaut, so one veteran, and then one rookie together. So then they had a lot of people who were trained up for Apollo. Cosmonauts graduated from training and leadership. All the SET personnel, etc., and then more pilots. So now all my research people are ready. We're going to start opening more things. First most important thing, though, is to keep working on Proton. This is a human raid. These guys are only good at it. Why? Fine with assigning them. The last two people here aren't quite as good, but they'll get the job done. The other programs are good. I don't need any more there. Do I do the Sun probe? Oh, does the Soviet not have a Sun probe? They might not. There's a way I was pulling up a screen that was kind of strange. Like another view of the solar system, but I guess we don't have a Sun probe. That kind of isn't fair. I mean, they should have just added a concept one if the Soviets never launched one. Because now the Americans are going to get that achievement and I can't. I don't know how I feel about that. So we can't go anywhere other than the moon with our current rockets. Well, I'm researching the Proton K now. KD. Which one can the KD? It's 4,500 kilograms it can launch. Do that. I don't think it could do the last one. Though. Do the first two. How far along is the rocket? $80. It's not too bad. I can almost do it. And I don't think I can send any more to the moon with what I got. That needs 5,600. How much can it send to the moon? Enough? Send stuff to the moon? Other probes to the moon? Well, I need to go research a new rocket, obviously. Not that one. That one is really light. Yeah, I actually can't get these. Oh, that one's 5,600. Sorry, I can't keep remembering these numbers. I hate this UI. Not enough. Get to the moon. I need to unlock a new rocket for just things. Oops. Unmanned rockets. I think I'm going to have to use the N1 for certain probes, which is not right. This is 5,030 kilogram max to send things to other planets. I think it's exactly enough to launch these. A little bit funny. Alright. So I just had to do the math on these things. So this is enough, but it's just only barely enough. Oh no, there's human race rocket people. Regular rocket people. One of you is a space probe person. Oh, I have two lists. But they are still ordered in. I'm not gonna assign people to that then until I decide what probe I'm gonna do next. Which I don't have a whole lot more. These things are just so freaking heavy. Let's open up zone 5. This last guy is either rockets or space probe person. Before I assign him, I'm still gonna drop people around and other things. Make sure I'm maxing things out. Definitely the A person. You're almost a space probe person, so interesting. So the last guys are all crewed spacecraft. So I need to open up like Soyuz or something. Recrew. Yeah, so I have to start considering my moon plot here, because I have to decide like what Soyuz I'm gonna unlock. Which means I have to figure out what I'm sending to the moon. There's the direct ascent, which takes a lot of weight. So the L3 Soyuz LK linearly. I think this is like what they would do for Apollo. And this is the super special direct ascent one. And I want to see more about it. What parts it uses. Okay, lander. Go use 7K. So this one. How heavy is it? $6,500 and then some to orbit. Proton can work to get that into orbit, but to get it to the moon, it needs more. Yeah, we'll do that. But, again, brings up the question if we want to do this other Soyuz stuff in Earth orbit. I need to do all of these, actually. I don't know. This might be the point where we really mess up, but we're just gonna have to deal with it, I suppose. Right. So the last 4 people are my rocket people. Not great. Thinking of sending them to train more. Just at least one more setting. Kind of wasting money on a rocket right now, but that's fine. I launch anything? I have 2 astronauts that are ready, 5 flight controllers. Yeah, I don't have enough flight controllers right now. Right, UVA suits 50%. Proton KD's 80%. Is on to 5, 68%. Look, these are almost the same design. Soviets were really smart with their designs and stuff. They just kept reusing the same stuff over and over, kept refining the design. Whereas the Americans tossed everything out the window every time. Yeah, I didn't read that good event, but as long as it's a good event, I don't really care too much. I think we're ready for our next mission. This should go in slot 1, because this is before I assign things. 22 flight controllers are ready, 2 astronauts are ready. We're ready for another Vostok, or Voxhod, but I have that saved just in case I don't need to do Vostok. Oop, nope. Just keep starting me with this one. It's no, that's the last one I ever want to do. Not to do. for the flight duration too. So now, best candidates, everyone's skills are getting much, much higher. Other than Alec here, who needs to keep training up. He's better than he was, though. The cosmonaut's also better now, so we have more than one person with really high skills. Everyone else who is left over in the section here will train up some more. So bad at everything, some of these people. You are free, okay. Getting better at that. Get these skills up, people. Prove to me that you're useful. I need you in these longer missions. Once we start doing the interplanetary stuff, it gets really hectic because these missions will start not ending the turn that they launch. So you'll need like tons and tons of flight controllers just to get the job done. Or to be able to run multiple missions at the same time. And I haven't scheduled the mission yet. It did. Look at that, 98.9% chance of success. I like that. I like that a lot. There's one more flight controller. It's not assigned to any. Yeah, I forgot I had 3 rows now. 64% on the suits. 82.7 on the proton KD. 5.7 on Zond 5. 82.7 on... Like, our tech is so much farther ahead than our missions. It's funny. Skip to outcome. Successful mission, extended duration 2, achievement unlocked. No updates from our enemies. Cosmonauts graduate from training. Duration 2 success. Bad random event. Employee Igor Pershin is ill. I don't think that's too important. That's just some random... Is he a flight control? Yeah, here he is. Oh yeah, he wasn't very important. I don't care about that. A bunch of people are in training. 3 astronauts who are in good shape. Do I have a mission to send, or do I just keep... But wait, how's our prestige doing? I think we're way over. Oh, we're not quite there, but we're going to be there very quickly. Just at this point, we're just really just keeping ahead of the Americans as much as possible. Our payloads. Zond is not ready. Mostly just astronaut stuff. Rockets. Proton KD is very marginal upgrades at this point. The best people on the job. This one isn't being worked on because they're getting trained. Ten flight controllers. They are the best guys. I think we can rush one more flight out. Whatever this last task is. There's only one more left in Voxhod here. Or Vostok, I should say. Joint launch. Oh no, we're not ready. I need. Ooh, gonna need a lot of people. I mean, it might use the same group of SET people for both missions, but if it uses them separately, I'm kind of in trouble. Well, I guess it'll just tell me that I don't have enough people. This would be exactly enough people. Exactly enough astronauts, I should say. I think I can do it, as long as it's not throwing a trick thing at me. But, oops. That's not what I meant to do. But, that's good. Even though you have 10 available flight controllers, you cannot schedule those missions. You won't have enough personnel available for the missions that have been scheduled or are currently in progress. Missions in progress require 0. Scheduled ones require 0, and this mission requires 10. Okay, so I think it's confused a little bit. I think it is going to let me use the same people, but I think it is saying that I need at least 20 to be able to start this thing. I really need all 20 people available at the same time. It is going to be pretty risky, because one of the groups is going to be very unprepared. That being said, I could go on to my Vox Hod missions. Oh, I can actually use... This is unmanned, so I can actually shoot it on Luna for just saving money purposes, basically. Although Vostok might actually be more stable than... Reliability 98 or 97. No, Luna is safer. I'll just make sure it's doing the right one. Yep. And we'll just do this. Insertion. Oh, see, there's more people have to be used for this. There's 2 flight directors now. And there's also FAO. Interesting. Don't think I'm going to assign this last person to training. That seems a little bit silly. I think I do have to upgrade this and hire even more people there. Otherwise, I think we're ready to end the season. Could train the astronauts a little bit more, but 4% on the rockets. Those are almost ready to go now. So this is pretty much going to be the same as what we've been looking at, so we're just going to skip that. It's a larger pod, but... Okay, Voxod, 3.5% upgrade to its success chances. It's great. It was succeeded too, so... Uh-oh, a bunch of red. Red coming from NASA is kind of funny. Uncrewed orbital test flight, so yeah, it's not important. Not important. Not important. They have a lot more low Earth orbit research satellites. It's kind of weird. I'm actually tempted to say that playing the Russians is actually easier than playing the Americans. Because we don't have half as many. Oh, some random astronaut died. Ivan Turov. Well, as long as he didn't die from a crash, I don't really care too much, but still. I don't know if he's new or if he's old. I think he's new, because his name doesn't ring a bell. Got a boost of prestige. We'll check, though. I should have 3 or 4 people who are really good at, like, leadership. He might have been one of the good ones. Ooh, your leadership is terrible. Save the last 4, because we might need them, technically, for what we're doing here. These guys were the rocket people. Assign them to the rocket. %3 per turn, 1.4% per turn. One more season, those guys will be back, so I can launch like one more Fox Hod mission. And then do the last Vostok one. That should be okay. Ooh, FAO is really, really bad. Everyone else is extremely good, other than the flight director guys, because this needs so high scores on everything. I think I have to give it a go, though. It's a cosmonaut and a pilot. I think this is going to switch to EVA later. There's a big chance of this failing. That's why I saved it. I'll make a 4th emergency save. I kind of forgot what my saves are all saved at. 96%, still pretty good. Launch mission, skip to outcome. Successful mission, awesome. We've had 2 people in space now, so we should have an achievement for that, for 2 people spacecraft, 2-man spacecraft. Controllers graduated from advanced training, that's good. Actually, I don't have enough astronauts right now. Probably because one died. To wait for the last 2 people to come back before I can do the next thing. I really want to finish Vostok, but and I have to burn a turn away if I'm going to do that. Super over our goal right now. They're gonna beat me to the sun, which is super annoying just because I can't do it. I can do an unmanned mission if my rockets are ready. I don't know if I have a docking mission. Well, we're out of time for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed and have a good day.